Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 31st episode of Black Trigger. And last episode, things are not going so well. I mean, Enador is currently being dealt with inside the practice chamber area, so he's not a big problem at the moment. And you also had Husa, who's still, blocked between the walls, I believe. But the real problem comes from Hyrain, who he has a very dangerous trigger, like ridiculously so. Midorikawa already had to bail out, and just the other one, I think his name was Yosuke. I don't remember. But the point is, he just yeah, I don't remember if he bailed out yet either. But I know he's in trouble if he hasn't bailed out yet. But yeah, the real problem is that Chica actually got hit by one of those things and is now basically a cube. So that's a problem. It's a very big problem. Hopefully Mikumo can just kind of pick her up and run. Hopefully she's not like a really big cube, which I don't think it works that way. It might though, that's my concern, but I don't think so, because if she did become a big cube, I think it would just be game over right then and there, because you couldn't do anything. You're not going to run with a cube that's 5 times bigger than you are. It's just not going to happen. So I'm going to assume it's just the standardized cube size, and we can just run with it. Not sure where we can go. We can go to headquarters, the place where Enadora's just, it's a rough situation, basically. Let's get into it and see how it goes. 3, 2, 1, play. Now that I think about it, uh, we've had like, attacks from neighbors before throughout the course of the show, including our first major one, like way back when. But has it always just been after Creator that's attacked them? Like, are they like the only neighbor country that's attacked Earth, or have other ones done it too? It's something I'm kind of curious about. Because he has said after Creator is like the war one. I don't remember. I just don't remember if they've elaborated on that at all. But some Chica narration. For a second I thought we were actually gonna have some, Anadora stuff there, but no, I was just continuing the recap. It's silly of me for thinking that. Back when Chica was still in humanoid form. Yeah, I could see if Chica became a cube that big, that would be a problem. It's such a beautiful attack, just those, light blue birds all flying around. Yeah. Osamu Mikumo's determination. He needs to be determined for this. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong with that? He's impressed. But yeah, the lizards attack. I mean, this is all stuff we've seen before. Unexpectedly. Yeah, just keep going. So Chica goes with you and she doesn't, so is she supposed to stand there awkwardly? Because I have the magic of foresight, Mikomo, I'm gonna tell you this is not gonna end well, so you might want to leave right now. Yeah. And here they come. Just such an evil show making me watch this part again. Good job blocking that, Mikomo. Yeah, at least it's small cube. Well, that was a face right there from Natsume. Yes, but you need to not worry about that now. Right now, you need to worry about keeping the cube safe. Yes, and you got cocky as a result. But again, not the time to worry about that. It's the time to run. Yeah, somebody yell some sense into him. Yeah, she can be fixed. You just have to make sure she doesn't get captured. I mean, Q-Tor is a cube. Maybe they can bond over that fact. You know, when they both get better. But yeah, that was like, what, 5 minutes of stuff we had already seen before we got the new stuff? Only like 1/4 of the episode, you know, no big deal. There we go, finally moving. Seriously, how many of well, not all birds, you know, flying creatures does he have? I guess it's limited by the amount of Trion he has. I'm sure he has plenty. Close. It's a good idea. Don't stop. Also a good idea. You can still see the scorch mark on that building. They're all fighting. Well, Miorikawa's not fighting anymore. He bailed out, but... You better, man. I'm relying on you for this. Mostly because I don't have a choice in the matter. Yeah, that would be a problem, because you do still have those on your arm. Ooh. Oh no, don't! Don't drop that! You had one job, Mikomo. Literally one job. Uh... There we go. You had me worried there. Okay, you had me worried again. We need to do something about them, like tear them out or something. Still kind of just stuck in there. I guess it didn't do that much damage. Can you block that? Oh, Yuma. I think. Yes, well, replica at least. You know, whatever. Which is a very good idea. Oh, what? I mean, his name is Replica, so I guess I shouldn't be that surprised, but, just, wow. I mean, he had my curiosity when he opened a gate, but if it's just as powerful as the others, yeah, that's gonna be very helpful. It looks really cool, too. And yeah, the, badge thing is pretty cool touch. And there's our opening, earlier than usual. But yeah, that's awesome. What's not awesome is Chica being a cube and getting dropped like that, but at least we have Replica to help out. Because I did not feel comfortable with Mikumo being alone to protect Chica. That's just not something that I'm comfortable with. I mean, I don't question his determination and his resolve or anything, I just question his ability. His power level. I mean, these are rabbits we're dealing with, you know, who can wreck A ranks if they're alone. Of course, not the Tamakome A ranks, because they're on a whole other level themselves, but, you know, regular A ranks would struggle against these rabbits. A lot of guns. But yes, I definitely feel better now that we have a rabbit on our side. It just still lodged in there. It shows how much he's bothered by it. Are they communicating? Well, they're communicating with their fists now. Oh, damn. That was a punch. That did some damage. So yeah, I think it's actually stronger than theirs, which is a good thing. You need help, buddy? I'll jump in to help. That's definitely, yeah, strong. Good word for it. Huh. Yeah, I didn't expect you to be able to make more than one. That one's already pretty good, so. Yeah, please pull those out. I guess you're not gonna pull them out of his arm yet. Probably the right decision. Even though Yuma has to work it out for him fighting this guy. That trigger is just so ridiculously powerful, just destroying these buildings and blocking with them, it's ridiculous. I don't know how you really fight that. I'm glad you acknowledge that. Yeah, they are against you, but you can still hold your own well enough. I also love Yuma's resolve. It's still worth mentioning that Enadora is in there. That's a game plan. Okay, so Replica's aware of that. Okay, that's good. And now Mikumo is. That's a great way to stall him. So Gates is not deemed as that much of a threat because he's in the practice training room, but he can't escape technically. He just has to figure out how. So it's still something to be worth worrying about. Doesn't get much cooler than dual wielding shotguns. Are you upset, Anadora? I mean, my understanding is that they just want to stall you, but... Or, you know, eventually aim at your core, I guess. But he moves it, right? So it's not that big of a deal to find it? Because I could have sworn they said he can move it, so... Unless he can track it in real time, which would be amazing. Although just shoot every part of his body at once and it should break it. Oh wow, are you kidding me? That's not fair. This guy is so broken. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. Is it fun to be locked in that room? Because you're locked in that room, so don't get too smug. Ugh. That's honestly some terrifying stuff, just having spikes stab out of you like that. Ugh. Yeah, it's a real pain. Oh, gas. Okay, that's bad. Oh no. Oh no. It's just... this is going downhill. Maybe he won't notice the door's open. Invincible time. Okay, no, not our training room. You know how expensive that was to make? Yeah, but he can get there eventually. Yeah, and he probably wouldn't do that. Remember how he got into this building to begin with? He takes the fastest route. Unless, you know, he was talking about somebody else. Nice to have you aboard. Apparently he didn't. Yeah, good job not dying, guys. Can they just do that real quick? I think we can beat you. I am fairly confident in that assertion. Masafumi Shinoda. Yeah, it's a real nightmare, isn't it? And then just fixes himself. Yes, and he has those stupid dummies inside of him, which is just ridiculous. I mean, it makes sense he can do that, you know, but still. Seems unfair. I'd rather you didn't do that. Yeah, at least they can, you know, sense that sort of thing because they're in the room. There we go. My one weakness, the air conditioning. Yeah, get wrecked, Anandora. Yeah, he can just hit all of them, including the dummies, you know, just all at the same time. That's all you gotta do, and you just basically won. Yes, he is. And meanwhile, Sua's squad has to still not die. Yeah, it's almost like you underestimated him or something. It's not worth it just because it's not a fancy black trigger. Still chopping him up. Yeah, as long as he can kill them faster than you can recreate them, he's got this. You know, Fuji would have been great for this sort of thing. And there we go. I think we got the real one. Really? Are you still not dead yet? Uh, seriously, what is wrong with you, Anadora? Why won't you die? Come on, dude, you are so cheap. Like a cockroach. Yeah, of course it can't go that well. It's gonna be a long 830 seconds, isn't it? Let's do that. I just realized there's a freaking cube on a stick. Because, you know. Yeah, I guess. Yes, like you. Don't remind me, Chica, Minecraft Chica. Yeah, we've seen them near the end there. Well, I mean, recently. A Chica type mod rabbit, that's something. You just want to head pat it into submission. Wow. Okay, well, that was the 31st episode of World Trigger. And this episode, well, for one thing, I mean, we spent like 3,000 years, you know, recapping and stuff, but once we got through all that, you know, we got to see Mikomo pick up the cube and run with it. You know, after spending a couple minutes to just, you know, contemplate what had just happened, you know, and his life choices and stuff like that. But after we got through that, yeah, then we totally ran, you know, once he realized what he has to do. And of course, it still meant having to avoid rabbits and stuff, which is easier said than done. And he ended up dropping poor Chica. At least he did catch her again, which is fine. But then, you know, he was about to get blasted to death, which would have been unfortunate. But luckily for him, Yuma had the foresight to just send off Replica to help, and he was able to block the attack for him. So because of that, Mikomo is not dead right now. Because if it was not for Replica, yes, he would be. But yeah, for now, Mikomo's alive. For now, Chica's not captured. But, you know, we'll see how that goes in the future. And then, of course, you know, we had the opening somewhere around there. And then we got to check up on Yuma's fight a little bit. Not a lot, really, but just enough for you to remind you that that's still going on, you know. But at least Visa is starting to realize that Yuma is pretty strong even without his replica Trion soldier. Of course, I don't think Yuma is strong enough to actually defeat him, like straight up defeat him. I don't think he's quite strong enough to do that, you know, without replica. But still, I think he can at least hold his own, you know, until Visa just, you know, wants to leave. I think he can at least do that much. But yeah, we actually did get a lot of focus on Enadora this time, which is good because last episode we didn't, you know, really. So that's good. Enadora is continuing to be a giant pain because his trigger allows him to make his Trion into like solids, you know, liquid or gas, you know, water, essentially, which is a problem. And I guess that is how he was able to like attack Kazuma and stuff. He had his Trion be a gas to get inside of Kazuma's body and then just, you know, shoots it out. I guess that's how that was done. But anyway, yeah, the gas is a problem because that triggered the door thing and shut down the system, and invincible Trion time was over as a result, and he was able to just break through the wall and escape. He didn't escape, though, really. He might have, but according to him, he wasn't going to, because, you know, why would a great Enadora possibly try to run away from these worthless monkeys, as he calls them? But luckily, before things could get too bad, Shinoda showed up, which is cool. We haven't really seen him fight much before, so this is pretty cool to see. And yeah, he's not to be underestimated. He was pretty good, because, you know, things got a little bit difficult because, you know, Enadora noticed that they were, you know, looking at his weak point, so he just hardened more Trion in his body of a similar size and stuff. Which, you know, that's, I mean, we already established he could harden his Trion like that, so it's not like it's you know, an asshole or anything. It's something that he would make sense that he could do. But it's just such a pain. He's such a difficult opponent to kill. It's ridiculous, but yeah, all you have to do is hit them all, you know, like, but real faster than he can regenerate them. And even if you just have a little bit of luck, you can probably destroy it, you know, before you get down to the last one, unless you're really unlucky. But, you know, it becomes even more difficult when you can just shoot the real one out, and just, you know, rebuild it over there. It's such a pain. Why can't you just die, Enadora? That's all I want from you. But, you know, luckily Mikumo now knows that that's the situation there, because Replica told him, which is good, because I was kind of worried about, you know, what if he came in there with Chica, like, hey guys, I got Chica, you know, we're all safe here now, oh no, let's run, you know, something like that, you know, I was kind of worrying about, but we've kind of, you know, prevented that at this point with the conversation there. But, yeah, seeing Shinoda fight was cool. You know, I think I misunderstood something when they were talking about somebody, like, taking a shortcut or whatever. I thought they were talking about Enadora going to them, you know, their little room there. But no, they were talking about Shinoda getting to him. So, you know, I made a bit of a mistake there, so my bad on that one. But, yeah, those magnetic things are definitely becoming a pain, like, very quickly. I guess you can't just pull them out, I guess. Like, if you could, then surely they would, so I'm going to assume there's a reason they can't just do that. Let's see. But yeah, I'm not joking, man. The idea of just spikes being able to shoot out of your body, you know, randomly, that thought just terrifies me. Like, just, that would be the worst thing ever. It's like, could you imagine just doing whatever and then suddenly just a spike comes out of your neck? Just, ugh. No, just no. Oh, how could I forget to mention that? Yeah, that was a big thing. Yeah, Replica, he can apparently make his own Trion soldiers if he can analyze it. And he did just that. He made a black rabbit, which is like more powerful than the other rabbits, really. I think it was probably because he nicked a couple of abilities, like the Trion cube thing, because you don't need him to do that. So I think he modified it a little bit to be able to make it stronger. But yeah, it was definitely pretty strong. You can't make any more than one right now, which is fine. That one's more than enough. But yeah, that rabbit will make a big difference. Like, it really will. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's really about it. Just, you know, I guess I could talk about the little preview, not the preview, the, what's it called? You know, the educational time segment at the end. That was kind of funny, because you had Chica on a cube. It took me a couple seconds to get it, you know. I was like, why does she look like? And then it clicked in my head, like, oh, because she's a cube in the show, so she's a cube there. It is not a slightly different looking cube, you know, a Minecrafty, you know, voxel cube, but still, I got the joke. And we talked about the modded rabbits and what a Chica modded rabbit would be like. It would just be adorable. That was pretty funny. Just, you don't really get to see Replica and Chica interact much in this show, so that was kind of a an interesting scene because of that. But yeah, definitely interesting. I just wish this show would cool it a little bit on the recapping. Like, that's still my biggest criticism of this show. Is just, hey, let's do some, narration recapping. Okay, now let's do some more of that with Chica's voice this time. Okay, now let's replay the last couple minutes of the previous episode, and then have a few minutes of the show, and then we can play the opening. I just feel like that structure just leaves a lot to be desired, in my opinion. I try not to harp on it too much, but it's just always there, with every episode. So it's kind of hard to just ignore it. But yeah, I guess it's a nice thing about manga. You wouldn't have to deal with that really, but in anime you do. With these long-running shonen type shows, it's kind of a common thing. Although this one's a bit worse about it than certain other ones. But anyway, yeah, we're definitely running the clock down. I feel like we're pretty close to ending off this arc. Considering we're getting pretty close to headquarters, we're pretty close to finishing off Enadora. Like, I assume we'll take him down next episode. One way or the other, either kill him or capture him. I don't know, one of the two. I assume kill him just because, like, how do you capture him? Like, you can't really beat him up until he's exhausted and collapses. You kind of have to just break his core. And when you do that, like, I mean, I guess that wouldn't kill him necessarily. I guess it could just render his trigger unusable. I don't know. I don't remember if they actually specify what happens if we do that. But yeah, I guess we'll see how they handle Enadora. And I want to check up on Yuhuse soon because that's been a while. I want to see what happens on that front. If he's going to be there for the rest of the conflict and be captured afterwards, or if he'll break free eventually once he starts to get desperate. I'm kind of curious what'll happen there. So hopefully we can touch up on that a little bit next episode. And yeah. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.